Every year, a Fortune 500 company spends billions of dollars just to keep people alive at their desks. Health insurance, retirement matching, sick leave, parking. Now imagine a company with none of that. No people, no payroll, just a ghost. Would it save money? Or would it just trade one huge cost for another? Let's find out. Let's start with a real number. Walmart employs about 2.1 million people worldwide. Their total payroll and benefits cost is somewhere north of $90 billion a year. That's not just salaries. That number includes health insurance, 401k matching, payroll taxes, workers' comp, paid leave. On average, benefits alone add about 30% on top of a worker's base salary. So if someone earns $40,000 a year, the company is actually spending closer to $52,000. That extra $12,000 doesn't show up in a paycheck. It disappears into insurance premiums, retirement contributions, and government-mandated taxes. This is true almost everywhere. In most developed countries, the true cost of an employee is somewhere between 1.25 and 1.4 times their salary. It's just usually invisible to the worker. The obvious guess is it disappears. 0 employees, 0 payroll, pure savings. But that's wrong, and here's why. A company isn't just people. It's a machine that people operate. Take the people out, and something still has to run the machine. This is where automation comes in. Warehouses already use robots to move inventory. Self-checkout replaced cashiers. AI chatbots handle customer service calls. But automation isn't free. It's expensive to build, expensive to maintain, and it breaks. Let's do real math. An industrial warehouse robot costs somewhere between $30,000 and $150,000, depending on what it does. Amazon has deployed over 750,000 robots across its warehouses. Even at the low end, that's tens of billions of dollars in equipment alone. And robots need maintenance. They need software updates. They need engineers to fix them when they fail. So the ghost didn't eliminate a workforce. It replaced human employees with a much smaller team of highly paid technical employees, plus a mountain of upfront capital cost. This is real, not sci-fi. This is actually already happening in the real world. It's called capital labor substitution. Companies trade ongoing wage costs for one-time equipment costs, betting the equipment pays for itself over time. Here's the part most people skip. Automation doesn't always work out. In 2019, a well-known grocery delivery company tried to fully automate its warehouse operations. Robots picked, packed, and moved inventory with almost no human involvement. Within a year, the company had to bring humans back in. The robots couldn't handle broken packaging, oddly shaped items, or last-minute changes in orders. Downtime from mechanical failures ended up costing more than the labor it replaced. This matters because a machine that breaks doesn't just stop working. It stops the entire line behind it. A human employee calling in sick affects one shift. A critical robot going offline can shut down an entire warehouse. There's also a hidden cost that never shows up on a payroll spreadsheet: cybersecurity. A company run by machines is a company that lives entirely on networks. Every robot, every automated system, every AI customer service line is a potential entry point for an attack. The average cost of a corporate data breach in the US is now well over $4 million per incident. A company with 0 humans and total automation has a much bigger digital footprint to defend. Here's something people forget. A lot of payroll cost isn't about the workers at all. It's taxes. Employers pay a matching share of Social Security and Medicare tax for every employee. In the US, that's an extra 7.65% on top of every paycheck. No employees means no payroll tax. That part is real savings. But governments don't like losing tax revenue. Historically, when companies automate jobs away, tax policy eventually shifts to follow the money. There have been real proposals for something called a robot tax. The idea is simple. If a machine replaces a tax-paying worker, tax the machine instead. So, even in a company with 0 humans, the ghost might not escape taxes. It just gets taxed differently. South Korea has already discussed limiting tax breaks on robotic investment for this exact reason. The European Union has debated similar policies. This isn't science fiction. It's already being written into law in some places. Let's talk about the costs a ghost can never remove, no matter what. Rent, insurance on the building, utilities, interest on existing debt, legal compliance. None of these depend on having employees. They depend on having a physical business that exists in the real world. A company doesn't stop needing electricity because nobody works there. It doesn't stop paying property insurance because there's no HR department. So even the most haunted, most automated company in the world still has a floor under its costs. It just can't go below that floor. So let's put this together. Original payroll and benefits, $90 billion. Remove human wages? Gone. Add robotics and automation infrastructure, tens of billions in new capital costs, plus ongoing maintenance. Add a smaller, highly paid technical team to run the machines, several billion more. Add cybersecurity and downtime risk that didn't exist before. Remove payroll tax on wages, but risk a future robot tax replacing it. Keep rent, utilities, debt, and insurance exactly the same. If a ghost doesn't save $90 billion, it probably saves somewhere between a third and half of that number, depending on the industry. That's still a massive amount of money, but it's not free. It's a trade. Labor cost becomes capital cost, wages become machines, and the company becomes something closer to a factory than a workplace. So a ghost can cut costs, but it can't erase them. That raises a bigger question. If a company can run almost entirely on machines, what happens to the shareholders who own it? Who's actually in charge when there's no one left to fire? Next time, the ghost CFO takes over the board meeting, and nobody votes against it.